So this is the user interface. The left side there is a 3 menu. Open to open the existing file of InfraWork. New to create a model from the scratch. So then we import all the required data into the model. And then here we have model builder. So the difference between new and model builder, in model builder we extract the contour or the digital elevation or digital surface model DSM from the internet. So basically from the global DSM or DEM data. So for sure it has limitation in terms of resolution and also the latest information that available on the model. Okay, on the right side here, all the created model will be listed here. So then we can just open by double click. So you can overview the data or the model by pressing this one. So it will appear in icon view. Okay, on top here we have several menu or command button. The most right here, after you sign in, so then your profile will be here. So then you have the Autodesk 360 account option as well. And then help menu here. And then there is sharing model, set the view. So you can share the model that you created to other people or to the client. And then this is the application option. Then let me start with the model builder. So pressing this one, so then it will give you a new window. So you can see here, there you can search the location. You can directly select the whole area on the screen, but limited to 200 square kilometer. And then this is a rectangular, and then polygon, and then this is to import a polygon from the zip file. So if you have zip file data from GIS application, let's say such as the ArcGIS or QGIS, so then you can import it. So then the file should be in .shp. So you can also select instead of the this OpenStreetMap view, also satellite view here. So easy for you to distinguish where the area already developed or the area that not developed. For our purpose, we select any area that haven't developed, but the real conceptual model, you have to select the area that you are going to construct or develop in the future. You can see here there is a prompt. Selected area is too large. Select area less than 200 square kilometer. So let me looking for the area that's slightly challenging. I mean, it gives you some view of existing features and also quite hilly terrain. Something like this area is the water area. Let me looking for here Bandar. This is Bukit, name is Bukit already, so then this means hilly area somewhere in here. So let me select this area. Okay, so then in this area we have some, water. Look like a water ponding area here, and then there is a TNB or transmission line area line here, and then this is Bukit, a hilly area, and also some developed area already here. Let me select using the rectangular. The bigger the area you select, the model builder will created basically take place in the cloud. So then the bigger the selected area, so the longer it will created. Let we have this one. So then we will have the road, existing road, existing what we call it, interchange here, intersection. So then it will give us something, so then we can learn more. Okay, here. Okay, and then your model, let me name the model. And then of course also here written here 2.48 square kilometer, so it is less than 200 square kilometer, the maximum area. So this one is nearby Bukit, Bukit Puchong. Let me name it Bukit Puchong. And then description is optional. Coordinate system, you can select. There is a tool tips here. To get started quickly, use LL84, because LL84 is the same as WGS 84. So you select this one. Here. In Malaysia, there are two datum commonly used. So the UTM 84, this is the WGS UTM, so in meter, and then this one in degree, datum, longitude and degree. So then the length is not in meter but in degree, so something like that. And then also Malaysia using the Mercator in meter. So then we use this one. Later in class I will explain about the datum, the different datum, and okay. So then we create model. So we are preparing your model. So then take few minutes, and then we just close this one, and then so we close this window. So it will appear in here. So we need to wait. As I mentioned, the bigger the area, the longer it is will be created. Let me pause the recorder. Okay. Here, our model was already listed, Bukit Puchong. So then we can start to working on this model. Let me double click it, opening model. So sometimes it will take longer, and then also prompt you that if upgrade is required, it will take longer, something like that. So generating local model database. So actually all the features on top of the model will be extracted based on the OpenStreet data information. So the building, and then the road. Okay, here may take longer than expected. Do not quit infra work. This is the what we call it, the interface of the infra work. So then you can see here our model already prepared. As I mentioned previously, on the most bottom left, there is a coordinate in latitude and longitude, but and then also the what call it, the latitude, I mean the altitude, I mean the elevation stated there. So already convert to meter directly. So we can see here the area is hilly, So the closer we have here is generated the the interval of the contour. So then it is required quite fast internet. If your internet slow, so then the features maybe cannot be extracted properly. So then you cannot have the elevation correctly. So here we have here the contour and also all the features here of the road here. You can see there, but it generate the general model of road, and also you can see here it is a drape. I mean, all the road, it is not on the proper vertical alignment, but it is follow the contour of the surface model. So you can see it's quite jaggy. So you can still remodel later on or convert it into the the component road instead of the plain road like this. So then proper alignment can be generated later on. Okay, before we continue with the model, you can see here to explore and to navigate into the model, you can use the roller of your mouse to scroll up and scroll down, to zoom in and zoom out, and then press and hold the left button of your mouse to rotate. You can also select one of the model and rotate, so that it will rotate based on the model, I mean of the selected object. Okay, so let's say select this object, so then the rotation will be based on that. Supposed to be like that. Anyway, then to panning, you can use the right click button of your mouse, and then hold it, so you can drag up and down. So this one is to rotate, and also you can use this cube on the right here, on the right top here. So you can see from a top view, and then when you press the north or you press home here, so then give you the north, proper north there, like that. And also you can there is a triangle down here, context menu. You can set current view as home. So when the home is like this, this is a isometric view. So in this corner, or this view, this corner is home. You can set, let's say, the top here as the home. Click here and then set current view as home, or you after that you reset the home. Properties here give you the the setting for the cube. Okay, and then the user interface here, what we have here, the first tab ribbon here, and then it's contextual tab here. We have manage, create, analyze, present, and share. You can share the model, or you can generate model into different IMX model. So then it can interoperability with other software of Autodesk. So you can create the IMX model from your infrawork model and bring it to the AutoCAD Civil 3D later. Okay, and then presentation here, you can create let's say a moving scene, look like as you're moving along the road, something like that. Okay, and then here we have I purposely set up the resolution of my screen for this video. So then it's supposed to be this icon. These icons are located on right top of your Windows. So currently here we have a conceptual view, and also you can select engineering view. So then the conceptual view, you will have the shadow, the what to call it, the rendering is better for the concepts. The engineering view give you the detail. It's not only on the surface, but you can see the underground as well. Here we have the configuration of the view. You can control the brightness, contrast, or wireframe. Wireframe also good, so then you no need to have very sophisticated render. So then you can reduce the utilization of the GPU of your PC or laptop or machine. Wireframe. Animation, you can source sky, also you can switch off. Realistic tree, also you can switch off to reduce the utilization of the GPU. The what we call it, the graphical processing unit. And also you have here rendering, lighting setting. We can change navigation application, and also here terrain view setting. You can change here. Okay, in the conceptual view. Master, here you can create. If you, okay, let's say it's currently master. If you want to add a proposal, so based on the master, the existing one, and after that the proposed one, propose 2, propose 3, or propose 1, propose 2, propose 3. So then you can compare later on, something like that. So you can work in one view. I mean one model for the several or different proposal. Normally the engineer working like that for the conceptual design. And then here for the bookmark, and then this utilities, measure the length, and select if you want to select the polygon, select the object, filter select. And then this one for the road, it will give you what we call it, let's say I select the road here, and then when I view display here, there is a profile view. But anyway, for the planning road, it will not it still have no station, so then it will not appear here. On the right side here, you can see here, because my window is very minimum to ensure you can see all the text clearly. So basically, when you click any object, it will give you the properties. It's the same as the AutoCAD in Civil 3D as well. When you click an object, an attribute or property will appear. So then you can change the style, the rule, or geometry, elevation, offset, and so on and so forth. Okay, later we discuss it. Okay, that's all. In Manage, we have all these things. You can have the style palette here, a data source. Currently, the data source is coming from the building factor. All those things coming from free. I mean from the model builder. So you can add vector image. We can add the raster image or vector model, or also model from the Revit. Then you can place it on top of the model. Okay, elephant raster from the imported model. Water area also imported. This is a vector. So road vector imported from the open street. Height detail. So you have this one. So also you can add ArcGIS data source. So basically, ArcGIS, it has data that publicly available. So then we can access it. Let's say if you want to have the demographic area, so then you can plot it. You can extract and then put it into your model. So it is a combination between the conceptual and GIS model. So this is the way the Autodesk see to the future, that combining of GIS BIM GIS. So then all the structure and infrastructure can be modeled in Autodesk, and then the GIS overlaying with other information, or let's say the information on the soil strata or geological strata, and then demography, and then the location of current location of infrastructure, interest area, so then can extract from the ArcGIS. Okay, anyway, so also ArcGIS have got the benefited from the join with the Autodesk on the model builder, so then it can provide 3D model, city model. Okay, anyway, let me continue. So here, the crate here we have transport, and then we have structure here, bridge, tunnel, building, and then we have tunnel, we have the drainage system here, and then we have the environment. Later we discuss more detail. Okay, analyze here, we have analyze for the transport, for the water, profile optimization, and then traffic simulation, as I mentioned in the class, that if you have the proper road conceptual design, so then you can do the simulation on the traffic, do traffic simulation. And if you have the bridge for the girder and also the slab of the road, so then you can do analysis here. Even you can do the water state analysis, and then highlight drainage for the storm management. Okay, then here go to the manage here. I want to say the the display here, surface layer. Surface layer here, you can see there is a window appear on your screen. The road, if you switch it off, so then all the road that extracted from the the OpenStreet model, OpenStreetMap will be switch off, disappear. Water area, land use, imagery. This one, imagery of the satellite image. So we switch off, then we apply. So then we cannot see anymore this one, the imagery. But it is good if you use the imagery, so then you can see where the developed area, where the open area, and so on and so forth. Okay, then we close here, and then display here the terrain themes. Here. Currently we have no any themes here, so you can add new themes here. Plus, and then analysis type, you have elevation, aspect, and slope. For sure, it will be very important if you want to set up the platform of your building, and then also to avoid very steep gradient of the road. So then maybe you need the slope analysis here. Let me start with the slope, and then we do apply, and then everything minimum 0 degree, maximum 90 degree, number of rules, distribution equal, and then we use this one. Actually, you can use any other color code. Then we okay here. You can see the slope. So the slope, the highest slope will be in this one, this color. So mostly the slope that we have here, 950 to 30 degree. So the 0 to 15 degree, slightly flat. So then it is good. But anyway, 15 degree is already steep enough for the platform of the road. So then you can still change the range here. Number of rule you can increase. So you can see there. So you can avoid that slope that more than, let's say, more than 3 degree. So the 3 degree is good for the runoff. But more than that, it will be erosion on the surface. Okay. So then increase the number of the rules here. Minimum horizontal slope also you can reduce to 3, let's say, or 5 degree only. Okay, anyway. Then when okay, you can see here 0 to 6 red color. So then this color will maybe it is good for a platform of your building. So you minimize the cut and fill on this area. But you need to avoid this area because too steep. Then if you do a platform here, cut and fill will be tremendously high or huge amount of the soil. Okay, let me change the analysis type to elevation. I want to see the elevation, so then first I can see I can avoid the hilly terrain. Maybe if I want to create a road of the road, it can avoid that steep area. Okay, number of rule here 6. So the highest one will be the blue one, 6 or 10. It's not working well. Better like this. Yes. Okay. So then we can control that. Okay. So then we have transparent enough here, and then we can close here. So then the highest, the peak, the purple, the color is red to purple, and then the lowest one will be the blue one. So from here you can also easily identify where the area that will be flooded when water from this one. So this area, a good area for the water ponding. Okay, then you can see there slightly detailed here. There is a ramp and the bridge. Okay, then so that's for the color code. So you can still change this one. Okay, remove this one, and then okay. So it will be only the color, the contour or the elevation. From here we can see that there is a to connect the road from here to here. You can do, even though it's already have. Let's say building platform will be in here, this area. So you can connect from this point to this point, or from this point to this point. But this will climb. So to avoid climbing, so then you can start your road here, follow this route one, and then come in here like that. If you want to exit this area lah. But anyway, you can also climb this one and then go down to this one. Okay, anyway, we stop here, and then the next we will continue with the create the road, planning road and component road.